Voice in the womb.
They say a mother first hears her child's voice in the womb. But what if that voice isn't her baby's? What if it belongs to something older, darker? Sarah's fingers trembled on the passenger seatbelt as their car rolled off the gravel road, crunching across broken tile and glass embedded in the forgotten driveway. The house before them rose like a mausoleum, windows like gouged-out eyes, shingles curling like the pages of a burnt book. "Shouldn't be here," Sarah whispered, pressing her palm to the swell her 8-month belly. "Not here. Not now." Michael turned off the ignition. "Just one night. Strongest cell signal in the area is from the old parlor. We'll finish the test, send the results to your OB, and get back home. It's nothing." The doors groaned as they opened. Wind stirred loose papers and dry leaves across the overgrown porch. Inside, the house exhaled a bitter scent of wax, mold, and old, clotted blood, though neither of them recognized it as such. They didn't know this house had once hosted a cult, didn't know the parlor was once an altar room, didn't know that in the hollow belly of the antique mirror, something still waited. The first voice. Inside the parlor, they found the candle still sealed in dusty wax paper, thick, grayish, strange. But it lit easily. It flickered low, casting trembling light across the warped wooden floor. Sarah reclined on an overturned ottoman, baring her abdomen. Michael applied the cold gel and pressed the Doppler probe to her skin. The monitor buzzed, then pulsed with a strange, guttural rhythm. Not the soft gallop of a baby's heart, something deeper, almost growling. "What was that? Did you hear that?" Michael stared at the monitor. A strange distortion flickered across the screen, a shadowy smudge where their child should be. Then, the ultrasound monitor said, "OR!" He yanked the probe away. Sarah gasped, clutching her belly. "Michael, that wasn't feedback. That was a voice!" From the hallway, dark and empty, came a whisper. "Soon I will walk the earth." Michael spun, his flashlight sweeping across torn drapes and shattered frames. Nothing there, but on the screen, their child's mouth moved. It opened wide, far too wide, and screamed, silently, into the mirror world. A crack split a parlor floor. Wood groaned, splintered, and gave way. Sarah screamed as they fell, her hand in Michael's, plunging through rotted beams and echoing blackness into a cold, warped reflection of the house below, a mirror realm where light bent wrong and everything shimmered with oily distortion. Mirrors lined the walls, each one rippling like water. In every reflection, their faces twisted, their eyes missing, their mouths sewn shut, or else whispering words they hadn't said yet. Floating above an abyss of black liquid, a child's cradle hovered. Inside it, a shape, not quite human. From the black pool below, the voice whispered again, "Claim me, I am your child." Sarah whimpered. Michael squeezed her hand. "We fight him here. If we don't, he stays inside." The ritual. Among the warped shelves, they found a book, bound in cracked leather, brittle pages curled like fingers, the last grimoire of the cult that had once gathered here. It spoke of a ritual of rebinding, a chant of blood and vow meant only for those who had something to lose. They drew a circle of salt and placed the demon candle at its center. Michael held Sarah steady as she began the chant, voice shaking. By mother's blood and father's vow, I call you forth, I bind you now. From flesh and bone, go back to night. Restore our child to morning's light. The cradle began to shake. The black water boiled. The mirrors screamed. From the pool, a shape emerged, slithering, skeletal, limbs too long for a child, yet crowned with a newborn swoon skull. Its eyes, black pits, locked onto Sarah. No, my birth, you cannot undo. Michael doused it with holy water. The creature splintered, its body shattering like glass, the sound 1,000 baby cries tearing through metal. One final scream, and the black pool imploded, dragging the creature back into a void that did not belong in this world. The cradle clattered to the ground. Inside, a child, real and breathing, his tiny chest rising and falling, his lips smiling. Aftermath. They rose through the cracks of the shattered world, light returning as if nothing had happened. The parlor smelled only of wax and old wood now. Michael helped Sarah to her feet. They wrapped their newborn in a torn but soft blanket. He's safe, Sarah whispered, eyes shining. He's ours again. They left the house before dawn. But on the floor, amidst the dust and glass, a single mirror shard remained, and within it, a baby's smile, too wide, too knowing. It watched them leave, and somewhere in the distance, a coo, but no child was there. Sometimes the first voice you hear isn't the one you want, and the darkness never forgets.